For over 400 years, explorers have hacked their way into the Amazon rainforest looking for Paititi, the legendary lost city of Incan gold. Dozens of expeditions were swallowed alive by this canopy, leaving behind nothing but diaries and debts. Looking at this historical map of the continent, it's easy to see how the rumor spread across the massive, uncharted interior. The legend stems from the historical ransom of Atahualpa, an event sparking whispers of a massive hidden surplus of gold spirited away into the jungle. Emperor Atahualpa, depicted here with his elaborate gold snake crown and scepter, was captured by Spanish conquistadors in 1532. His promise to fill a room with gold in exchange for his freedom launched a 4-century obsession with Incan wealth. Take a look at this animated diagram of the region. Even today, teams sweep the Andes with modern satellite imaging and ground-penetrating radar, yet every single pulse returns empty. No massive, subterranean hoards of Incan gold have ever been found. The search has failed because of a massive historical blind spot. We are looking for a type of wealth that the Inca themselves simply did not recognize as currency. To understand the mistake, we have to travel up into the high Andes, into the heart of an empire that fed millions and stretched for nearly 3,000 miles. The Inca achieved this expansion while operating under a complete economic anomaly. They built an immense, highly structured civilization with absolutely no money, no standardized currency, and zero financial markets. Gold did exist, but it had a purely religious function. To the Inca, gold was the literal sweat of the sun. It was a sacred material, crafted into intricate ceremonial objects like this golden sun disk to reflect the divine light of their gods. When it came to structural permanence, the Inca relied on immense human labor. They quarried and transported these massive, precisely fitted polygonal stone blocks, locking their true societal value into engineering feats that could withstand centuries of earthquakes. Within the Incan Empire, a pound of gold possessed exactly zero financial purchasing power. Its entire worth was locked in its religious craftsmanship and its role in reflecting the divine. The 16th century European mercantile system operated on a different logic. To the Spanish, gold represented standardized weight and raw geopolitical power. This diagram illustrates the disconnect inside Atahualpa's ransom room. The Inca were handing over thousands of intricate, irreplaceable religious artifacts, the physical embodiments of their deities and ancestors. The Spanish saw a logistical problem rather than divine art. To transport this wealth back to Europe, they threw thousands of priceless cultural masterworks directly into the smelting furnaces, reducing them to generic, heavy bricks. Realizing that their captors were obliterating their heritage, the Inca eventually stopped bringing gold. They hid the remaining artifacts in the mountains to spare their ancestors and deities from the heat of the Spanish furnace. The conquest achieved more than a simple theft. It ensured the permanent erasure of an entire civilization's cultural and spiritual memory. The Spanish conquerors were thorough. They built their new empire directly on top of the ruins of the old, attempting to permanently bury the past beneath colonial churches and plazas. This creates a grim irony for modern treasure hunters. The vast majority of Incan gold was annihilated in the conquistadors' smelting fires long ago. Those melted masterpieces were shipped across the Atlantic and stamped into generic Spanish coins like these, funding a rapidly expanding global empire. The myth of the lost gold is a phantom created by colonial greed. The exact same metal, now completely stripped of its sacred history, likely sits as blank bars in modern bank vaults today.